Hag Sameach. This is Felix, and this weekend is Rosh Chodesh Sivan, which is the weekend of the golden calf fiasco / tragedy. And so we are going to be making a baharat inspired monkey bread pull apart thing. So we're going to start out by blooming our spices in oil. So we have our Texas virgin olive oil. That should be enough. We're going to use cardamom seed, cloves, cinnamon, allspice, ginger, mace, and a little bit of vanilla extract. Hi, okay, so next we're going to feed our yeast. Usually for this you don't need to add much sugar or honey or anything to it because it just, it's instant yeast. But I like to feed my yeast anyway. So for this recipe we're supposed to use 3/4 of a teaspoon of yeast. I'm the laziest cook you will ever find. I don't measure anything ever. And so whatever's in here is what I'm going to dump in here. I have no idea how much that is. I don't think that's enough yeast. I'm only going to make like a 2-person monkey bread because there's only me and my brother here and we're really not big eaters. Now this is just leftover coffee, which is good enough for me because it has, a lot of sugar in it and creamer, and it's coffee flavor, and I think it'll give a nice taste to the yeast. So we're going to dump that in there, and I'll probably add a little bit more yeast. Okay, so our spices have been blooming in the oil for several minutes. This is the yeast and coffee creamer stuff. You can see that this is active yeast because it's all bubbly. I have an egg. This is probably a little more than 1 tablespoon of melted butter. This is 1 cup of flour with salt. And so I'm going to mix all this together with my spoon, and since I've never made this recipe before, we're going to pray the Shehekianu prayer, and we're going to say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehekianu, v'kimianu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh. And so, here we go. We're going to pour the butter in here. We're going to swish our spices around and throw all that in here. I'm going to scrape all this out, don't worry. Okay. I'll let that, take a taste of that. Here's our yeasty stuff. Pour that in there. And we'll crack an egg in here also and stir it up. Okay, so I did add a few drops of the coffee creamer to it, and now it's a little bit gooey, so I'm going to add, I'm just going to stick my hands in the flour and just put some more flour on it, and we're going to let this rise for about an hour and see what we get. Okay, so we're back, and this is an Egyptian-inspired baharat. Now, baharat means like 7 spices, and this is like cloves and cinnamon and allspice. What's different about this is this has star anise in it, which is popular in Egyptian food, and this is melted butter. And let's go ahead and check on our dough. It has risen. And so I'm going to make this into little balls and roll it in this and roll it in this and stack it up and cook it. So here's our little itty bitty thing. And this itty bitty little thing here is called taking challah. And that's the commandment that we're supposed to give a partial flour offering. It was done in the temple in the old times. And so we say this is Challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lachafrish challah, which means you commanded us to separate challah. And so you burn the crap out of that and throw it out.